MOM takes a serious view of employers not safeguarding the safety of health of workers working in the haze. And I would like to assure Ms. Janice Crow that concrete steps are being taken to ensure that the health of our workers are being looked after. We have issued guidelines to help employers and employees mitigate the ill effects of the haze. Daily advisories are being issued based on the projected 24-hour PSI, and the Workplace Safety and Health Council is actively engaging the respective industry bodies on the haze issue. For SMEs who have difficulty procuring the N95 masks, we have put in place a framework to help link them directly with the N95 suppliers. We are also working with tripartite partners to help businesses to make short-term adjustments to their work arrangements so that their employees' exposure to the ill effects of the haze can be minimized. For workers who are not fluent in English, supervisors directing the workers should guide them on the proper haze management procedures as per what is done for daily toolbox briefings, which are conducted in the workers' native language. There is no one-size-fits-all solutions for dealing with the haze. A solution adopted by one company may not always be optimal for another. For example, McDonald's and Pizza Hut had temporarily suspended the delivery service when the haze level was the unhealthy range. But it was not possible and not reasonable to expect all companies to follow suit. Each company should make its own assessment, risk assessment, on how best to ensure the safety and health of its workers and carry out its plans accordingly. I am glad to note that many companies have proactively taken measures to mitigate the effect of haze, and I applaud them for doing so. The WSH Council conducted a survey with companies and found that almost two-thirds of the approximately 800 respondents decided to temporarily stop outdoor work when PSI levels were excessively high. The majority of the companies surveyed had also put in place regular communications with their employees on the haze and had made some adjustments to their work arrangements, such as reducing outdoor work or allowing staff to work from home where possible. MOM has witnessed some good practices in our visits to the industry. Gyeongsing Contractors Private Limited, for example, had put in place systems to remind workers of the need to hydrate and wear masks for outdoors work. The company had also clear guidelines to stop all lifting works when haze situation is excessive to ensure that reduced visibility does not affect the safety of its workers. On the government's end, the Public Service Division, PSD, have been working closely with all the public sector agencies on the measures taking reference from the National Health Advisories on precautionary measures in the workplace to help officers carry out their duties safely and effectively. When the haze situation initially worsened, PSD issued daily advisories to agencies. For instance, agencies were informed to look out for officers who need to undertake prolonged and strenuous outdoor work and to adopt appropriate precautionary measures taking into account the severity of the haze situation and the health condition of the officers. I understand that everyone is anxious about working outdoors in the haze. All employers are expected to put in place reasonably practicable risk mitigating measures in line with the different specific nature of work. Employees, too, should take sensible steps to look after themselves and their co-workers. If employers believe that the health and safety is at risk, they should first raise the concerns with employers. If the issue cannot be resolved, they can raise it to MOM and we will investigate accordingly. Employers found guilty for failure to implement effective risk management to mitigate the WSH risk can be fined a maximum of $10,000 for the first offense. For a second and subsequent offense, the penalty is a fine of up to $20,000 or imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months or both.